Ways, Yamanala Shoshana, Shanina Bukhabishas, we learned the mission of the Mishnah of the Mishas Bishvat, Shoshana Lila, he did it so. Misham says it was Alisha. Gemara tells us, Gemara asks the question. What's the reason why Shoshana Lila was Nikba on the 15th? And for the Gemara, we will also have the Baisha, after Tishrei, to come back, we come up from Hoyle, the Yoitzu, Roiv Gish Mishana. Fish Rashi Shon there, heard the Yatsu Red Gish Mishana. Shikvar Amar Roiv Yemais and Shanan. What happens is, at that time, the Sraf is Olabi Lanos. The inner Sraf that's going to rejuvenate, the trees in order for the trees to grow fruit again. So this is when it happens. The Shama held it up in Al Shvat, and they still held it up in the 15th of Shvat. Because the rain already has been, and therefore the trees with the inside the sap that's going to rejuvenate the tree, and from then the pears are going to start to blossom. They're going to start tzadisluch from innovating. Mara says, that means it's in Chodesh Tevis until half of Chodesh Shvat, these 6 weeks, which is also half of the Kufas Tevis, because the rest of the Kufa goes from Chodesh Tevis to Chodesh Nisan, and smack in the middle is Tuba Shvat, and between the two Kufas is when it becomes rejuvenated, because already the winter has broken, it's not as cold anymore, and the Chanukah could restart. The one Rishalmi says another reason, and that is the Tu B'Shvat, the Peiris, Gedelim Yimek Shom Shol Shona Shavra, up until Ad Tezvav Shvat, the Peiris were growing on the old bank of water, and from Tezvav Shvat and on, the pears start growing from the fresh spring of water, from the fresh batch of water. That's which stems with the Bavli, because as we know that already it starts rejuvenating. What means rejuvenating? Because Rav Yishav will come through. So therefore the pears start the Chanukah.
It's a gemurah that the Sraf starts going up.
Yeah.
The Sraf starts going up. It's a gemurah.
Yeah. The Shalom gives others, but it goes hand in hand. The Ashlam is what it says. Because in Tezvav Shvat, Kvar Kolsel Alach Uchish Shalom Ve'ek Shom Shal Shom Shavra, and it's now there's an eschatches. There's a new eschatches. We're not banking on the old boys. We are continuing. We are growing from fresh with a whole new wellspring of water. We all know there's a lot of halachas that have to do with the day of Tu B'Shvat, and those are the halachas of Arla, which is Neterevai, that we don't count those years from Rosh Hashanah of Tishrei, but they go after the Rosh Hashanah of Tu B'Shvat, from when you planted it until Tu B'Shvat would be 1 year. Then the second year starts on Tu B'Shvat, and that would be that the third year, when you come to the third cycle of Tu B'Shvat, the fruits that were up until now prohibited, it was also for us to enjoy, it was also for us to eat. After that third Tu B'Shvat passes, it's if you bring it up, it's Kodesh L'Shem. That means only in Yerushalayim you have a right to eat it, or you could be machlif the kedusha on matbeis and bring that up to Yerushalayim, but it's Kodesh L'Shem. And then the fourth, and after 4 Rosh Hashanah's passed, 4 Tu B'Shvat's passed, then already you could eat it everywhere. That means that Tu B'Shvat is a halachic day that permits the new fruit trees that have been grown the last 2 years, in order to come into Heter. This is a day Either it's Kodesh L'Shem, it's the day for Yerushalayim, if the person wants to eat, wants to bring up to Yerushalayim his beautiful fruits. To Linnet, that's very much shaykh to Yerushalayim and HaKodesh. And Nosson is married at Len. Now we know the 3 years of Arla that it's also to eat fruit are because the fruit, the tvua and all the fruit, the perisarets have to go through a cleaning process. They have to clean through and break away from the shalosh klipas tameis. And each year in existence, it breaks through a koyach of the shalosh klipas tameis. And then after 3 full years, it enters Kodesh Lashem, which is a madregov in Yerushalayim. It's a very choshev inyan. And then Avada, already the 5th year, everything becomes nichlal already in the kedusha, and you can eat it everywhere. The Hedger of Nosson tells us, right, the 4th year would be klipas noige, and after going through a year klipas noige, it comes through being the heter 100% out of the klipa. Person zoichet and avoid avada, which is also connected the taivus of the 3 taivus momon, taivus amishgo, taivus achila, which is connected to shalosh u'dolarim. And this is all totally in today's day of Tu B'Shvat, Rosh Hashanah L'Ilam. And already Chazal tell us that the Ilam isn't just a simple Ilam, Avada, it's Avad, we don't take away from the Pashtus, but Ilam, the Nesafcha already teaches us. Ilam is the Havaya Adna, the Yichud, which is created in Nesafcha's Ma'arich at length, because today is 40 days Koydem Yitziris Abriya from Chaf Hei Adar. Was? Ja, aber es war halt, that doesn't take away from the Nekuda, but to the fact is, the Schatches. And therefore, the Nesafcha is married that the whole Indian of how the new year will come is all totally in the Aschala, which is today. And we all know, Ki Adam Eitz HaSadach, as I'll tell us, man is compared to the fruit of the tree. So it comes out, the Hashlama, that this day is the Geya, in avoid of perfection, for every aspect of Doimim Tzemei Chaim Adaber. As we're going to see later, we're going to talk about Hashem, that this day is a day of tshuva. This day is a day where a person refreshes, restarts completely, and is avoided to the Eibishter. Then complete his chachas, complete refresh, restart, re-navigate to where he wants to end up, in Yerushalayim, in Geula, in Avodah. And Tu B'Shvat is an extra special day for a Yid to make a cheshbon hanefesh. That we came to the world for a purpose. We're not allowed to be amaratzim, stupid people that don't know what's going on in the Emes world, in the world of Dveikus. Person lives chitzoniistic life, his whole life is chitzonius. It's horrendous, it's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. You're still a klipa, a person totally didn't break through. Person zochit with the Dveikus amitius. What is? Where is this chachas happening? The Gemara tells us it's happening the Sraf Shabi'ilam, which is the panimis of the tree. The essence of a person. A person has to reawaken his panemius to be a real yid, through and through, thorough. He has to think about the Eibush, he has to make his boilers. He has to think about why we were put into the world. What am I accomplishing? You're trying just to be a regular fellow and think you just have to do with somebody else. It's the stammer bar. and Amaretz. That means that you're just as good as any tree stalk outside. There's no chiddush for Yid. Makes a cheshbon and nefesh and thinks, what am I here for? Not what are we here for? What am I here for? What the Eibush to put me in the world for? What the Eibush to want for me? Every Yid has an individual purpose, and that's pshat. Possibly why it doesn't say Rosh Hashanah Elon, but it says Rosh Hashanah Elon. Because every individual has Rosh Hashanah, every individual has to be this boiling, this chachas, what he's here for, what his mitzias is, what he's looking to accomplish. If Kivus Hashem L'Toiv, he wants to be break through all the shalosh klipas and be zoicha to purify klipas noiga, be zoicha to dvekes amitius. It's up to a person to decide that. And befrat, when we get to it later, every essence of the achila is totally in all of this, because we know that the Adam, which is the person that has seichel, he uplifts the three koiches that are under him. The four koiches, the daimim, tzimeach, and chai, the medaber that has seichel uplifts these four koiches, because the daimim, tzimeach, chai don't have any seichel. They're not sure what they're here for. They're here, they're creations. But the Yid is zoiche to be maila the daimim, tzimeach, chai. He knows how to thank Hashem. He knows how to use his koich of seichel, means that he's a medaber. He knows how to be mavakish from the Eibishter. He knows how to be moida to the Eibishter. This is where a Yid is moiser Adam and a behema is the koich of his medaber, that he can be moida alahemes, he can be moida to the Eibishter, he can make brachas, he can ask and he can thank, and this is where the biggest fight is. This is where a person really understands that he's a different type of creation, a more uplifted creation, is in this nakuda of realizing that he's a koich, a medaber, that he can talk to the Eibishter, and to the koich of speech. You know, Moiser Adam and Behema, Oyin ki hakoil havel. But ki hakoil havel could also be hevel. Hevel is the koich that comes out when a person speaks, he creates a hevel. And Moiser Adam and Behema Oyin, there's no chiluk. Person doesn't use his koich hapeh, because the difference is ki hakoil havel. This is where the difference will be. The difference, the complete difference, the hakoil that will make the chiluk completely differentiate him from all the other lower madregas is his koich hahevel, his koich hamedaber, his koich to be able to give speech, and that's what the heilige day of Rosh Hashanah, Lilanus is. This is the day where a Yid learns how to make brachas, how to be able to thank Hashem, how to ask Hashem. We're coming now to a new essence, a new year. The Heilige Rebbe tells us a very important nekuda, and that is Rosh Hashanah. What does Rosh Hashanah mean? Rosh Hashanah means that everything is the sakin and the rosh. The way when a person wants to build a house. So how do you build a house? From the beginning, that is people that sit down and create a plan. You create a plan, you create a metzias, how the house will look. And everything is in the fellow's head. Everything is in the rosh. The whole creation, how this house will be, is in this fellow's head. His job is he has to put it down on paper and write and specify in the kuda how this house should be built. But it all starts off in the cheshbonis of the rosh. Person, every aspect of how he wants anything to be in the future is all talui in the Rosh Hashanah. Yikra Aschol Rosh Hashanah, Rosh Hashanah, Nimshech Achiz, Vatikum Chol Hashanah Kula. All the Tikkunim are all nichlal in the Rosh Hashanah, Velkenik Rosh Hashanah, Rosh Daika, because there's three koyim Esodim Shana Nefesh, and all of these in Yonam Avodim Shana Nefesh are totally in the Rosh, because that's the Moichin, that's Machayim, as we know already, the way even a child is born. A whole new essence, all the creation, it all starts off with the people that starts off from the Moyach Shabaroish, and it goes down the Shedra until it continues to Mahalach, but the Mitzvah says everything has to be in the Roish. And the way a person uses his seichel, his roish, to plan out and to use the whole essence of making all the tikkunim for the future, for the Avodas Hashanah, is all telling you today. Because today is the Rosh Hashanah, Le'ilam, today is the Rosh Hashanah, which is this year, the things that have been planted 3 years earlier are going to go out of Klipa, of Shalosh Klipas Tameis, and enter the Klipas Noiga, and bring it to Yerushalayim, bring it into Kli, Kodesh, Yilulam, Hashem. This is the time that he at this time of the year, in the middle of the Shoyvim, and he could be this Boinen and Kedushas Hayoim, that the Eibush gave us another Rosh Hashanah, another way to restart. We're just shortly a couple of months of the previous Rosh Hashanah, and here there's a new Rosh Hashanah, and then comes Rosh Hashanah, L'malachim, which Chodesh Nisan, the Eibush keeps on giving us Ascholus. But this Ascholus is a tremendous Aschol of Ashpah, because already we know that it's the Shoshana, the Elon, and there's Anafim to the Elon, and the Elon represents all aspects of all the Shefa, which is the Zuriya and the Zereya, and how it grows and how it'll be fruitful, which is Monachayim and Zoyna, is all totally in the same like a day. And today we have to use it out, not be a tippish, and not think to this fellow that thinks, wow, well, we never saw it must be Chassidish Indian. Whoever says that is Tamar Amaretz. We showed you right in the Gemara, the Riyah Kodesh, and Penimius HaTorah, which is how after the Penimius. It is, you're right. Sadly, those souls that are Shaykh to Chitzoyis are missing out in the Gavaldig Matana, the Yomtiv of Tu B'Shvat and Tu B'Av, which is Shaykh Taket to the Nida of Penimius. But when a person has the schus that he knows about it, he understands that there's a godless today. This is the day that will change his life. This is the day I will start having a daughter, the Eibush, and start using the koich of Adam Arishain, which Adam Arishain was zeichen to come and daven to the Eibush, the Terem Yitzmach, Chasiach Hasoda. He was zeichen to daven to the Eibush, and therefore Paris Noam came out and he was zeichen to, if he learns, uses a seichel to the koich of tefillah, the koich of siach hasoda. He was zeichen to manage through his tefillahs, be able to uplift and make the highest levels of things, be able to bring out tremendous kedusha. Then a person zeichen to huge Yeshuas, and huge devekis, and a huge simcha, and huge penis toivas v'noim, and all in yonim. And when a person understands that through this day we can be masakin the chet of Eitz Hadas, and be zoicha to all the tikkunim amitim, and eat b'kedusha, and live b'kedusha, and thank Hashem b'kedusha, and ask b'kedusha, and reap the fruits of the dveikas amitis, in order to know that everything really is the nitzitz HaKodesh that's behind everything and uplifted. Then we're going to be zoichet to mamish simcha amitis and dveikas amitis and gula amitis. Amen.